I've been down here for a few minutes now. That was the last calm sentence a skeptic recorded before a real-life nightmare. A friend had gone to check a basement for Ron and Tina, a couple convinced their new home was haunted. Someone had died in the house, a fact the realtor disclosed, and after a few quiet months, the nights turned strange. Bumps that sounded like furniture being nudged. Objects slightly moved by morning. A favorite Miami Dolphins coffee mug left on the counter, simply gone. One night, a crash echoed from the basement. Ron went down and saw something move in the corner, then fled. Exhausted and terrified, they started sleeping at a hotel. Their friend said it was not ghosts. He walked through the house, noticed a nasty odor that was unmistakably human body odor, and then headed downstairs. Boxes were everywhere. He decided to prove there was nothing there, pulled out his phone, and joked into a selfie video about the lack of paranormal activity. He lifted the camera to show the storage behind him. In the corner of the screen, a sickly old man sat watching. The recording stopped. He bolted up the stairs, slammed the basement door, and held it with his shoulder. On the other side, the man screamed. It was not a shout, it was a painful wailing. The door handle rattled while a voice repeated, "No! No! No!" He held the door for what felt like forever, about 10 minutes, until police cars finally rolled up. He let go too soon. The man burst through, they locked eyes, and the stranger screamed in his face so loudly it knocked him back. Then the intruder ran out the back door. Officers jogged in with almost no urgency, searched, and came up empty. Down in the corner of the basement they found a pillow, a blanket, and the missing Miami Dolphins mug. The odor was strongest right there. The video was handed over, but to their knowledge, the man was never caught. After that, the couple locked their doors every night. Before this, Tina often left them unlocked because she believed nothing bad could happen in a nice neighborhood. That belief ended in a single scream. In another quiet place, a different kind of danger waited in the trees. A woman had moved to a mostly rural neighborhood and fell in love with the woods behind her home. Paths laced through the trees, and every Saturday she explored. She had even found a narrow route that connected her backyard to a local nature reserve with public trails and a restroom. She recorded little video diaries for herself when she discovered something beautiful, like a hidden waterfall feeding a dreamlike creek. On this day, her find was simpler, just a small, swampy clearing that felt peaceful. But something felt wrong. Every snap of a twig put her on edge. She filmed a quick clip, noting the clearing and that she would head to the bathroom and then home. Later, on the public trail, she stopped at the restroom. As she stepped out, a man in a black hoodie, a purple hat, and sunglasses approached with too much confidence. "Hey there," he said, like he knew her, and cracked a joke about almost bumping into each other. She laughed politely and walked away. He followed, announcing they were taking the same trail. She told him she was waiting for someone and began to stretch. He walked off, then turned back. He asked for help with his car, said the hood stuck and needed small fingers to pop it, then claimed he was using the trail to get to the parking lot, even though the lot was in the opposite direction. The creep meter went off. She considered hiding in the bathroom and calling for a ride. A couple happened to walk by. She greeted the woman like an old friend, and the woman read her face instantly and played along. The man lingered, weighing whether she was bluffing, then headed for the lot. When he was gone, she thanked the couple and explained. They offered to call police and to drive her home. She declined, chose to walk, and watched the man get into a small red sedan, likely a red Chevy Cruze, and drive away. She practically ran back to her house. That night, the peace shattered. She reviewed her photos and the video from earlier. Her heart stopped. In the tree line just behind her shoulder was the man in the purple hat and black hoodie, visible as she talked about heading to the bathroom. He had been in the woods behind her while she filmed. She called the police and reported everything. Officers searched and investigated. As far as she knew, he was never caught. She never hiked alone again and moved away about a year later, still grateful to the couple whose names she never learned. Months later, another ordinary neighborhood became a stage for fear. A house and dog-sitter agreed to watch a boss's place for a few days. The dog, Max, was easy. Sleep was not. Away from home, rest never came, so the nights passed with a Nintendo Switch and the remake of Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Around 1 in the morning, a charger was needed from the car. Outside, a figure in all black stood a few houses down. Not walking, just standing. Odd, but it was late and maybe someone else could not sleep either. Back inside, a faint noise kept returning. It sounded like a branch rubbing the house, or maybe an animal. Anxiety crept in. A glance out the window sent adrenaline surging as a person sprinted away from the glass. No police call. The next day, the boss brushed it off and said teens from the neighborhood behind often cut through his yard and had even peeked in windows. Harmless, he claimed. That night at 11, the sitter returned with Max. A person stood near the house and then slipped behind it. A sweep of the yard with a flashlight revealed no one. Hours later, a figure stood under a streetlight on the grassy median across the street, motionless and facing the house. The sitter stepped outside, called out, and announced that they were recording. In an instant, the figure charged at full speed. The sitter ran for the door, locked it, and the recording stopped by accident. Silence. Then the doorbell rang. The handle clicked once. A calm voice said, "Have a good night." Police were called. The officer was sympathetic but said there was not much to do and promised to keep a car nearby until morning. When the boss returned and saw the video, his face went pale. That was not a teenager, he said. He did not recognize the person at all. He installed ring cameras for the front and a motion camera for the back. There were no further incidents. The why remains unknown. In that few-minute window from the charge to the doorbell, the sitter felt real danger. In the forest, in a basement, on a quiet street, the scariest part was not the dark. It was intention. It was a human presence where no one should be, hiding in the tree line, sleeping in a stranger's home, standing under a streetlight without moving. Trust your instincts. Lock your doors. Do not hike alone through isolated paths without a plan. And when something feels wrong, assume it is. Because if a stranger is already behind you, what would you do next?